Teach me to dream, not the chores on the list. Show me why champions learn to persist. Everybody hoop, everybody try, but the ones who keep going are the ones who fly. Belief breaks limits like banister rank. Once one succeeds, then another one can. Control that anger, control that tone. Leadership starts when you stand there calm. Birds that give 100 every time you show. So I stack each day like a free throw flow. Best win the race cause they never stop. Keeps me training through sunset in the dusty crop. Age irrelevant when the fire runs deep. Some kids do a miracle before they sleep. 21 days till the grind locks in. Then the habit stays loyal and refuses to end. Will it win cool, but the prep is real. Work with the greats if you want that feel. Patience pays more than a quick, cheap thrill. Delayed gratification builds the wheel. When I win, I chill. When I lose, I chill quieter. Stack lessons like wood in the barnyard fire. Jordan missed styles and still became the king. Failure made him, gave way to his wings. Swallow their pride, don't yell at the strikes. They human like us, trying to live their life. Players miss shots, coaches mess up. Real mistakes, part of filling the cup. So I take my hurt, turn it into fight. One horse, one ball, one long dog night. Heading to the league on a trail God chose. Dust on my boots and a dream that grows. Saddle up, ride slow to the league we go. No truck, no train, just a hope and a goal. If the path gets rough, let the whole world know. I ride this old horse till the next turn goes. Saddle up, ride strong, hear the country's soul. Every mile I cross brings me closer to the show. Ain't no easy road on this ragged old trail, but this horse in his dream we refuse to fail. Saddle up, ride proud, let the big lights glow. I'm coming to the league from the land of dirt roads. Hear that twang roll louder as my story unfolds. Cause I rode this horse to the NBA Bowl.
Mic check. Mic check. What up, y'all? John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. What's going on? Hey, we got workouts tonight. Nope, not workouts tonight, but practice tonight. All right, make sure you guys show up. And we have games this weekend, which will finally include our high schoolers. So you guys are back in action. Make sure you guys show up to something this week. All right, and I need all of you guys to try to show up to Friday's workout at Thornton Middle School. All right, I'm trying to have a big day there with as many kids as possible. I'll send out a reminder to everybody, but make sure you guys can show up on Friday. All right, here's my story for the day. Let me think. I got Livy in the comment section. I see Adrian, and I see Luke B-Ball. I believe Luke owes me some jumps. There's no way he's been jumping every single day and posting it. There's no way. I'm going to check his page, but I don't think so. So, yeah, Luke, you owe me some jumps. Or do you not? Let me know in the comment section, Luke, if you owe me some jumps. All right. So, we had a older kid work out with us yesterday, and came in pretty cocky, but you guys set him straight. Great job. All right. He definitely could not keep up. He looked down at Kieran and was like, "Wait, are you that kid from the games? That makes sense. You're amazing." So it like had to make sense to him. It's like, nah, like you would have lost to like most of our kids. All right. And then he was like, "Well, no, I just don't need this stuff because it's not really like a game." I'm like, "Yes, you do. Yes, you do." But you're doing 3 touchdowns. You're doing 3 today. No, you can't just catch up. That's not how muscles work. Like if you did like 80 days worth in one day, you would die. You're trying to get stronger. It needs to be like over the course of the days. And you're allowed to skip 1 day a week. Or no, you must skip 1 day a week. So you can't just make it up. Sorry. But I will make you make it up just as a punishment. That's what I'll do. All right. Again, we're trying to get you to dunk. It's not like you're getting, a bad end of this deal. So you're welcome. Noah's in the comment section. What's up? So what I said to him, or what I want to say to him, I didn't say this to him, but he says he wants to come again, which is great. It made me think about when we did the impossible dribble. We were doing the impossible dribble, and he's like, "When will I use this in the game?" He's like complaining, like right at the beginning. And it was like, "Can you do it?" He's like, "No." It was like, "Okay, then do it." I was at a school with a future NBA player named Matthew Dellavedova. I didn't go to school with him. I was doing training at that time. All right, and I had kids that I was training, and we were teaching them a dribble. All right, I think it might have been the impossible dribble. It might have been this other one where we go off a wall and dribble side to side. Either way, I asked Deli to do it. I said, "Hey, Deli, you want to do this dribble?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll try." So he tried it and he couldn't do it. He's one of the hardest workout guys ever. I was like, "Oh, I got you, Deli." And he's like, he looked at me without smiling. He was like, "Cool." Then he walks away. Then I go to show the drill to some kids like the following week, and we worked out on the St. Mary's campus. Okay, so I showed the kids this workout, the same drill that I showed Deli, like the impossible dribble, and they were like, as soon as I showed it to them, they were like, "Oh, that's the Deli drill," and I was like, "What? The Deli drill? Why would you call it the Deli drill? I mean, I showed Deli. It's my drill." And he's like, and they're like, "Oh, him? Oh, no, that Deli's always doing that around campus. Oh my God, he's always doing that." And they had seen him over the last week do that same drill over and over and over again. This is during the season, by the way. So during the season, a random coach asked him to do a drill that has nothing to do with the game, and he couldn't do it, and he got mad and continued to do it, so much so that everyone thought that it was his favorite drill and one that he created. And he kind of basically stole it from me. All right? That should be your reaction to not knowing how to do things. And that's why he played in the NBA, period. All right? Because he has that reaction to saying, "Oh, I can't do this." Or like Luke's reaction to me going, "Hey, every single day." And he's like, "Oh, some days? Maybe just 3 days a week? Maybe just 2 days?" No, that is loser territory. If I say 6 days a week, you just never miss because that's who you are. You're hardcore like that. It's just done. All right? And if you're not like that, then that's why you're going to end up lower than you wanted to end up. It's done. Period. Got it? Anyways, that's my Deli story for you guys. And that's my inspiration for you guys. Hopefully it's more inspirational than demotivational. We'll see. Anyways. Quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "Be the change." Got to look at the man in the mirror. That's what someone said. All right. Be the change. You want to change something in your life, like you want to become this versus that. You want your team to change. You want your world to change, your community to change, whatever. You want to be that change. All right. I showed you guys the player trajectory page the other day. Do that stuff. If you're physically active and doing the actual things, you will hit your goals. But you can't just say, I'll rev it up later. I'll get better later. I'll work harder later. No, because later becomes never someday, right? So you want to be the change that you wish to see in your life. Just become that person. It's not like it's going to like it's not like you're changing personality types, kind of. It's not like you're going like, oh, I got to change everything who I am. No. It's just going, I want to do this. And then you do it. Now, some people aren't quite capable of that because their minds can't handle all the pressure and they are weaker minded. That happens. Or maybe their body is so weak, like they get sick all the time or whatever, right? Or their parents won't let them, or it's cold outside, or whatever it may be. Sure. But if you have any control at all, like over your life, and you have, I don't know, a free 30 minutes, you should be able to do a lot of stuff in that time. Okay, if you're not like that, then yeah, I guess you are sabotaging. Your life's just screwed over. Hopefully you can watch some TV one day and you can watch some people play in the NBA. So then your life won't be that horrible. I don't know. Free up some time, baby. All right, let's check a poll question. Poll question today is, I forgot what it, oh no, I remember what this is. This poll question is, the NBA, they're trying to do a lot of like tanking. All right, tanking is losing on purpose, which is not good for audiences. They don't like to watch that. But if your team is the Utah Jazz and they get a top pick next year, well, you would like that. So you're like, maybe they should lose this year just for a strategic reason. They're coming up with a lot of things. My question to you, my poll question to you is this. One of the things that they want to like implement, I like some of their other ideas, like once the teams have tanked enough, or once they start losing, then you make it the best of the worst teams get the top pick so that they have to start trying to win. I like that one. But tell me if you think that this is good. There's something called a draft where every team picks. But let's just say that there wasn't a draft and you got to just sign players based off of how much salary cap money that you had. Would that be a solve for tanking? Or would that just mean that the Lakers get to just get every best player that comes out the draft? Or the draft players get to go, well, I don't want to go to Milwaukee. I want to go to New York. Would having no draft fix tanking? And would you guys like that? I don't think it's a great idea personally. But it is being floated out there. And people are like, who cares? It's just make it like college. Where people get to pick and then you get to, like recruit players. I love the draft. I love the fairness that it tries to show. But let me know what you think in the comment section. All right. Let's see who's working. All right, wait. No, see what we're working on. There you go. All right. So here we go. We got ball pickup layups coming up here soon. Three decision drill. Alley-oops coming up. Okay, all this stuff is on Friday, I believe. On-count quick dribbles, anchor layups, Kings drill. All right, those are all things that we're doing on Friday, so make sure that you guys are aware of that. All right, as for today, what do we have? That patience, 10 seconds tie game. All right, I always write them down so I can talk about a few of them. All right, 5-on-5 is just playing 5-on-5. Jeez, that one's super easy. 1-on-1 cutthroat. We'll do that one in practice. 1-on-1 alley. I guess I got to talk about that one. And then play with key points. I don't think I've done that one. Okay. All right. So those are the ones that I'm talking about. Do I need to speak about any more of these? All right. The patience one, I know I've spoken about a zillion times. I won't even go over that. 10 seconds tie game. All right. Let's talk about that one as well. Tie game. All right. So let me see. Do I need anything for that? I need 1, 2, 3. All right. I'll just talk about two of them right here and then two of them on the strategy board. So, all right. So, firstly, all right, we have 5-on-5. All right, this is just a simple scrimmage at the end of practice. There's no bells and whistles to this drill. We just play 5 versus 5, make it as even as possible so you guys get to play. But make sure that you guys utilize our offense, utilize our rules on defense. The coach gets to stop you every now and then and stuff like that, but this is your time to scrimmage. This is different than our Saturday open gyms, because the open gyms are you are experimenting during the open gyms. For the actual practices, when we scrimmage, you want to do game-like things. So if you haven't done all your ball handling, you shouldn't be doing your ball handling now. If you haven't done your shooting every single day and gotten better, you shouldn't be doing your shooting now. You can take semi-bold moves, but nothing drastic. You want to work on things that we've already been working on during practice, all right, so that we can get better for the games. So that's why we scrimmage, and that's what we would do on a 5-on-5 basic scrimmage. All right, the next one will be, all right, if there's 10 seconds, tie game. All right, you have to make sure that you're not shooting the ball too early, because if you shoot the ball right away with like 6 seconds to go and you miss, then they get the ball. You're just gambling and you're taking a chance on them making a last second shot. You want to make sure that you're taking the last second shot. So at the very least, you're shooting the ball too late and you don't get off a shot and now it's overtime. We're okay with that, I suppose. You do want to get a shot though. And you don't want the shot to just be a one-on-one shot where you create, because you guys probably can't be creative over someone who's maybe your height or even taller. So what you want to do is you want to create for others. All right, and with 10 seconds left, you're actually allowed to run a whole play. All right, you can pass the ball, cut through, screen, and then try to penetrate and kick out. All right, so don't be too rushed with this, and also take care of the ball. Get the ball to your best offensive player so that they can create for others, and then screen to get open, and then shoot a good shot, and then everyone needs to crash the boards with about let's say 2 seconds left on the shot. Everyone crashes the board. No one's getting back, so you can possibly get a tip. All right, that's our game plan. Should it be a tie game with 10 seconds to go? All right, let me see. The next one, we got one-on-one alley and then play with key points. I'm going to switch over to our strategy board. All right, so one-on-one alley. All right, I believe I talked about this, but let's talk about it again. All right, one-on-one alley. We're going to draw a line from here to here. This is the alley right there. All right, you have to stay in that spot somewhere in here, in between there. All right, and this is the finish line. All right, you're going to take 2 people are going to be playing one-on-one. And it's this guy's job. We'll just make him the ball. So this guy's dribbling the ball, and he has to go like this. Here to there, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 times. And during that time, this defender will be following him. He is trying to steal the ball. Okay? This person is trying to steal the ball and trying to prevent him from getting there 5 times. That would be 1 if he steals the ball and the ball goes out of the play or whatever. They get to bring it right back into the same spot and continue. But that's just 1 steal. If they steal the ball 3 times in this time, then once they get down here, it would be the defender's ball against the offensive player because he stole it 3 times. If he doesn't steal it 3 times and this player gets here for his 5th one without it being stolen 3 times, now it'll be one-on-one with the offensive player going here. And they would be going one-on-one all the way to this basket like that. And then once they get there, they're going to do the same game the opposite way. But the person that was on defense the first time, that person will be on offense. And it'll be their job to go from here to there, to there, to there, to there. When you're doing this drill, you want to make sure that you're protecting the ball, dribbling the ball low, and as you switch directions, you can spin, you can go between your legs, you can go behind your back, but don't lose the ball. Try to keep your body in between the ball and your man, all right, so that they can't get to it. This is a great drill for both the defender and for the offensive player trying to bring up the ball. This drill is called one-on-one alley. All right, so one-on-one alley because we are making an alleyway right here. All right, and then we're going to one-on-one. That's what it's called, and that's why we do it. All right, so try your hardest at that drill, please. All right, next thing we have. All right, let's go with the refresh. All right. Last one is play with key points. Okay. So this one will have us playing a game, maybe 3-on-3, maybe 4-on-4, maybe 5-on-5. But whatever the game happens to be, it'll be offense versus defense. And anytime that they get into the key successfully and they can pass the ball back out, that would be a point. So if this person drives in the key, gets 2 feet inside the key, and then passes the ball out to anyone else, that would be 1 point. Because during games, you want to get to the teeth of the defense. If all you're doing is just passing the ball on the outside and not really cutting, not really doing anything else like screening down, the defenders can easily guard you. But if you're passing and you're cutting into the teeth of the defense coming out, now he has to follow you, then not follow you outside, and then get through that screen, etc. And then as you start driving, especially down the middle, this will exploit them because someone has to come help. And depending on who comes and helps, now you have passes out that are open, or they're creating mismatches where someone has to close out on them, and then they can then drive. All right, so you want to get into the teeth of the defense. That's why we're prioritizing getting into the key. All right, you want to drive to be aggressive into the key. All right, and that's why it's called play with key points. All right. And then lastly, nope, that was the last one. I'm done with this stuff. Let's move on. Let me start that music back up again. And we're going to go with the trivia question for the day. All right, trivia question today. I'll ask it, go to commercial, we'll come back with the answer. But the question is, I think this is an easy one. All right, this 1988 draft pick is the godfather of a player drafted in 2011. That's the trivia question. We'll be right back after this commercial break. All right, so the question is, this 1988 draft pick is the godfather of a player drafted in 2011, and that is the answer. The answer is Rod Strickland, and yes, he is the godfather of Kyrie Irving. Great job to Adrian. You are now on the board for the month. Adrian has one, Josias has one. Great job, great job. All right, moving on. Oh, Rod Strickland, by the way, pretty good player. Had some finishing skill, like a lot like Kyrie. You can see he got a little something from his godfather, his goddaddy. His goddaddy was doing a little something. All right, moving on. We got some health and fitness stuff. What is this? Oh yeah. So this is for all you gigglers out there. Watch Wemby when he comes up on Cooper Flag.
5% of the vote.
Wanted no business with him. Shook the hand and was like, yeah, whatever, bro. I mean, maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know, but he did not feel like communicating with this human being. He wants to win, I believe. Should you be all business like this all the time? That's up to you. But if I saw that and I was a coach, I'd be like, I can trust you. All right, if you're just giggling around with everybody, always happy, always friendly, I don't know about you, man. So that's just what I think. I like it, Wemby. I like it, baby. All right, next thing that we got is it's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. Kieran with his one-on-one alley he's doing with his dad. Nice job. All right, catch and shoot, Kieran as well. Weekend shots with Taz. I saw a lot of yours that were deleted last night, Taz. All right. Add those, re-add those, unless it was just like a mistake, whatever. But add your stuff, please. All right, moving on to some behind the scenes. Let's check some behind the scenes stuff. All right, so
wondered why the three-point line isn't a perfect circle?
Why is the three-point line not in a perfect circle? It's because the court was not made for a three-point line. They did not think of the three-point line until way later, like 40 years later. All right, so therefore, the three-point line had to be installed, and they were like, well, that's too close. because they were like, oh, but then it got to the corners and they were like, well, that's too short. But only in the corners is it short. It's very, very strange. But players oftentimes step out of bounds in the corner because there's not that much room in the corner. They might have to actually extend the court one day, all right, to make it wider, especially with these players being so big and so much bigger than they were. And also, the three-point line is way too close for some of these shooters now because they're so amazing at it. So I see them one day lengthening the court to make the players kind of smaller. I don't know if they'll ever raise the rim, but maybe they should do that as well. I don't know, man. Especially with Wembanyama coming in, that is crazy. But that's why the three-point line isn't an exact arc. It's like archy and then it's straight at the end. Unless you get to like high school level and college level, then it's like a perfect semicircle. At least I think it is for college. I'm pretty sure it's a perfect semicircle for college too. Anyways, let's check out the story of the day and then we're almost done.
Whether you're having a bad game or benched for whatever reason, realize you can always selflessly help your team win. By wallowing in sorrow, our anger, our fear, our reclusiveness, you're admitting that you matter more than the entire team in a contagiously destructive manner.
So true. Don't act like you matter more than the team. All right. You want to be a stronger human being when you're going through stuff, okay? Especially when you get like benched and things like that. Like sucky stuff happens sometimes. All right. You get in the game again, which you will eventually. Then you do well. Then even if it's like 5 weeks from now, okay? But you cheer your butt off while you're on the bench. You support your teammates while you're on the bench. When you're going through hard times, you still support other people to show that it's not all about you. Make sure you guys do that. All right. Last thing we got. What is this? Oh, Hardenstein with the double dribble. He just dribbled and he dribbled again. You see Caruso looking like you can't dribble right now. And he looks at him like, watch Caruso. He's like, okay. And like, no one's even screaming. It's like he like paused for all that time. I get that the refs can't get every call right. They should get this one right. Right? No? Am I wrong? Are they bored? Are they not getting paid enough? All right, that's a double dribble, dude. Okay, you're an NBA player. Come on, Isaiah Hardenstein. Anyways, all right. Don't forget that the quote of the day, you guys, is "Be the change." And also don't forget that we have our free throw rally coming up. You can still sign up for that. We have 6 more spots remaining for the free throw rally. All right, it's a great 50 minutes of shooting. We also have our March ceremony. Make sure you guys show up to that. We're honoring a few players, last second chances to get all those medals that we've been talking about. Show up and get those. Whether you think that you should try to win them or not. Yeah, win at everything. Be a winner. Have no excuses. All right? Anyways, that's my time. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'll see you guys tonight. All right? Reese pieces, everybody. Cue that music. Cue my outro. Cue my outro screen and everything else. Peace, y'all.
To the side, step clean with a rhythm he can hide. Rotate to the pocket where the good looks right. Play catching fire with the comb inside. Feel it's on the pull, let the confidence bloom. Red Allen in the corner with a light in the room. Thoughts stay bright, no panic in the zoom. Let the blues guitar hum like a soul tune. Body stay low, square tight on the rise. Reggie on the hop with the focus in his eyes. Elbow jab sharp when the defender flies. Larry Bird calm like the sky never lies. Sprinkle up the wrist as the pass comes through. Target on the catch when the form stays true. Nash gather clean like he paints with glue. Blues nose bending while the shot breaks through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Upper body line with the elbow on the track. Forearm level set like a train on a rack. KD elevation with the full work bag. Hold the balance center, there's a shot goes black. Spread out the fingers with the palm off the ball. Dirk fade gentle like a giant never fall. Soft touch land with a featherweight call. Whole crowd hush like they stunned by it all. Extend that elbow to the eyebrow line. Feet push smooth with the same pace climb. Fluid like water when you sink through time. Blues guitar hum on the backbeat rhyme. Snap their wrist with a knock, there's bliss. Rotation tight like it's stitched in a vest. Dame deep range with a fearless chest. Let the follow through hang while the moment rests. sir.